Hey, folks, I'm going to try to talk people through my process of how I create my backing tracks in here for and what I'm doing currently. And I'm just going to go ahead and program this song here live for you, and hopefully it's going to work out the way that I want it to work out. This song is a song by Simon and Garfunkel, um, back in the uh, not exactly sure when it was kind of back when it was, but it's a song called Mrs. Robinson. It was part of the soundtrack for the Graduate. I think won the Academy Award for this song. Um, and I just want to first of all, what I want to do is look up the tempo. Well, we can Google say what's a tempo for Mrs. Robinson. Oh, the song Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel has a tempo of 92 beats per minute. Okay, so that's going to be my first step is looking up the tempo. Um, Going over here and saying to tempo, scrolling over to tempo, hitting the tempo button, right? Scrolling the tempo, changing that to 92 beats per minute, hitting right and enter on the RC500, the right and enter, which is under the memory value button, right and enter, and I'm going to click the memory value button where it says right, and go ahead and write that information in there. So at least the information for the tempo is in there right now. And I just sort of wanted to kind of let's go ahead and do this here. And let's see what we got. Maybe we'll make this into part two, or maybe we won't, or a 2-part thing, but maybe we won't. We do want to say, so what I'm going to go, I save the memory as 92 first of all, and what I want to do is hit the memory track, hit the memory button, and scroll over to play. The play mode is going to be, it says play mode underneath. You're going to see multi. If you change that, that will allow you to play, put a verse on one track and a chorus on another track. In other words, they're not both playing together. They're you're going to step on one track, one for one track, and change the track to two for your chorus. So this is a 2-part song. What else do they suggest? I'm kind of thinking back to some old. I think for whatever reason I don't quite understand. I think it was Ben Rollins had said that go ahead and turn that loop sync off. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off, and that's it right now. We've got those two things set up. I'm going to go ahead and write that exit, enter, and write. And you'll see I'm going to try to be as anal as possible about writing my changes to memory. So, yeah. So I wanted to find something. I'm not going to go ahead and listen to this song right now. I have a pretty good idea how the song goes, but I just wanted to, let's see, we're on 92. So let's see. The song verse part is going to be something like this. It's also the way it's also the intro part for it, but it's like. So that's the part that I'm going to put on track 1. And what I want to do is just kind of keep that vibe in mind as I go through, and I'm going to click on my rhythm part. I know from past experience with this song that I don't like the default studio kit for this. I'm going to go ahead and change this. Okay, well, I'm going to hold down the on-off button to get to the rhythm menu. I'm going to, as you're at level, I'm going to change the, I'm going to, keep twisting the memory value until I get to kit, and I change this kit to light. So we're going to use the light kit on this only because it's a kind of an easier going sort of acoustic number. So we've got the kit on light, and again, I'm going to go ahead and write because I hate losing stuff information. And we're going to go in and listen, go find a beat for this. So let's go ahead and click on the RC500 on-off button. Hold it down. It'll bring you to the menu for the rhythms. And let's go ahead and just kind of say to myself, let's see. Not bad. That's simple beat 1. I don't like the hi-hats on simple beat 2. I can change those. I made a video about how to go ahead and put different hi-hats in that, but I'm just not going to do that this time. Most often I don't, be honest. I usually find a kind of a part that'll work, but I often will record, at least for where I'm at right now, like some live percussion parts along with it. If I'm going to pre-record the track anyway, might as well, in my opinion, recording live percussion tracks along into the track memory along with the rhythm patterns, that as a little bit of variation to it. You can change things up quite a bit, adding your own stuff where you couldn't if you just kind of played along simply with a beat. Not that that's always necessary, and not, and not often maybe recommended, but anyway. All right, we're just going to I'm going to shut up and just kind of play through some patterns here. Let's go hold that down, that on-off button, get back over to the rhythm menu again, and just say, okay, patterns. That seemed to lacks momentum. You hear the tambourine in that? I'm going to turn that part off in just a little bit. I will show you if I use that pattern. Let's see what else we got. I actually kind of like that. We may just keep that. I can't really. Nah, we're going to go with groove beat 1. Groove beat 1 at 90 at a tempo of 92. We're going to go up here. And we're gonna maybe turn this hi-hat part off. I'm not sure how much I like it. I just want to hear tambourine along with this. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm on pattern right now. I'm going to switch. I'm going to twist the knob over to where it says part 1. Now, your drum parts in here are usually like your kick is usually part 1, your snare is part 2, and part 3 is usually the hi-hats. I almost guarantee it. I'm going to turn those off right now and see how this sounds. Right? And because I want it to be I want the tambourine thing to be a little bit different. So I want it to sound something like. So I kind of like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. But you know what? I'm not going to record the tambourine right now, and I will tell you why. Because it is easier for me to lay down the bass part first. And excuse me while I step away from it. Should have had this stuff at the ready. But yeah. All right, just kind of turn that off now. Got to put my wireless on. My apologies for not having this pre-set up like this for you, but I just kind of recording this at a whim. On and off. Let's see. This is my receiver. This is the X5 wireless that I'm using, by the way. Same stuff I use live. We're going to plug the receiver into where the guitar in goes. we are going to make sure both of these are on. I'm going to plug the guitar into the guitar part, and it should just jump right in and make sound here for us, which it does, but we don't want that sound. I am using a Helix LT for my guitars. And I have for Helix owners, real quick, I have a snapshot set up so I can just snapshot step on my first button here under A and turn the bass on and off. What that does is it shuts off everything except for like my bass amp and an octaver. And that is kind of what I'm using for a bass right now. So right now it sounds like this. What will I say real quick? I'm not really crazy about how it tracks, but it seems to do okay. It seems to hold its own for this part. Now I kind of need to think back through this verse part, and it goes like this. I think I'm going to kind of root note it for this just because it's going to be easier for me to do, and I can play the other part live on the guitar. It's not going to have some of the tracking issues that I'm having with this. Listen. To me, that doesn't sound that good, even if I'm playing it cleanly. I may add in a different bass sound later because I think there's some lag here. Sorry for, can't remember the word. But before you hear the bass kind of kick in, and I'm not really crazy about that. It's but it's kind of acceptable. So we're going to go ahead and work on that. And so let me kind of see if I can kind of sing this part out. And we're just going to kind of root note it. So it's going to be. That'll work. Because I haven't recorded anything on the track yet, and this is one of the reasons I didn't do the tambourine, I can just kind of go ahead and just record this. It's easier for me to overdub the tambourine than it is to overdub the bass part. So we're just going to record the bass part onto track 1 live along with the part that's on here. So let's try to do that, and hopefully that works well, and you guys can feel the struggle here with me if I screw this up. But let's okay. The other thing I want to make sure I do is keep the rhythm on, so I'm not just sitting here and saying, "Where's the drums?" The rhythm part's on. We turned the hi-hats off, and we basically have a kick and snare going on right now, along with a bass track that we're going to record to track 1. So let's see how this goes. You know, I'm already kind of immediately losing track of where I was at. So I don't have, you know what? I'll take this mic out of here, and I am going to kind of sing along a little bit just to kind of keep my place. Told you I was going to do this from scratch here with you guys, but this is going to help me keep my place in doing this. see how that plays. That's kind of. Let's try it. Let's go from the beginning here. Let's see, and just kind of practice this here. See if I got it right. Let's take another listen. I think I might have screwed that up this time. But because there's a 4-bar, there's a 2-bar kind of intro. That's where the change ought to be. Let's see if that's how it lines up. Here. Wow, I don't know why that's so. I didn't think that was what I did. Something's not right. That was actually the bass part, or the verse part, or the chorus part. I'm sorry. No, that's the bass part. The verse goes like. It does that, and then it kind of blows into the chorus. I had this on I had this to go track by track, right? Now, the next decision that I want to make is, do I want to use a variation on track B? So we're going to go back over. We're going to keep the same beat. I turn the hi-hats off, and they're going to stay off while I play track. Let's fool around with that for a little bit. Let's take a listen. I'm going to turn my parts back on, or the part that I turned off, just because I want to hear what it sounds like. So I'm going to go over to part 2. Okay, now that's on. Part 2 was on. That's the snare. I'm sorry. Part 3 was off. We're going to turn that back on. Let's listen. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Let's see. What part was that? That's variation A. This is B. You, Mrs. Robinson, he loves you more than you will know. I just don't. Again, going to be a matter of personal taste. I do not want those cymbals in this song. It's not really a kind of rocky song. It's sort of a almost acoustic-y, percussion-y kind of sound, which the bass, but I need the bass and drums to do what they're doing. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, let's see, we're going to go back and I am going to hold down my memory button again. I am going to go to variation B. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go to variation B. We're going to keep variation B in that, but I'm not sure how different that's going to be, but we're going to keep that anyway. And we're going to turn part 3 back off again. I just don't like it. We're going to record live tambourine in these. But what I need to do is I need to go into here and on track 2. Well, I will be on track 2. Let me listen to track 1 again. Okay, so we got so that's kind of okay. I'll keep that. We're going to do track 2. Let's see, hit memory. We're going to go to the pattern again. Simple beat 4, variation B. All right, we'll keep that. So the chorus will go something like, and here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. And then we would kick back over to the verse part. So that part I just played is what we're going to do on track 2 here. So let's go ahead and do it. You, Mrs. Robinson, Jesus love. And bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I'm going to need to go over to control here and change some things. Not sure what I did wrong. But let's kind of go, memory control. I thought I hit. I'm going to go ahead and change the pedal function. I'm going to hit memory, go to control. I want the pedal function to be record, play, stop. I want the pedal function on 2 to be record, play, stop. And I want 3. I have this instead of track select, this is going to be programmed to be all stop. So I should be able to click on track 1 and hear that playing, and then switch to track 2 and hear that playing and play along with that. And then when I want to all stop, I just hit the all stop. And that's what's supposed to be happening. Let's see. So we should have here track 1 now. But let me make sure I got where. Okay, play is. I'm not really I'm going to turn the loop sync off on track 2. I'm also going to turn this tempo sync on. I don't see any reason to have these on. What I'm doing is I'm hitting on track 2. And I'm just kind of going over and just looking through these different parts and turning on what I need. I'm supposed to have loop sync off, tempo sync off, input. No, we're not going to do that. So anyway, we've got, so I should be able to hear track 1 on when I hit the record play button. That should be controlling track 1. That's because the rhythm button is on with this. Okay, so far so good for track 1. All right. Obviously that didn't take what I was trying to do on track 2. So let's clear that. And it's not working either. So I'm going to essentially have to go in and basically do this all over again. Hey, part of the process, right? I told you I'd take you guys in the ride, and here we are. It is now 27 minutes into this track Tokoso. All right, so memory. Scroll over play, do play mode single, and we're just going to kind of have to tempo is because I saved a lot of this stuff. I don't have to go around and go ahead and change the tempo or anything again. I just have to kind of like get into the memory kit. Let's see. No, we're not using Simple Beat 1. We're using Groove Beat or something, right? This just seems to fall right. So again, Groove Beat 3 was our track. Stop. All right, we're gonna go ahead again. This time, I'm not gonna screw around with it too much. I'm gonna go ahead and put the tambourine on this time through, but I'm gonna have to re-record the bass. And actually, I need to make sure my parts are off. I wanted part 3 off of this. I didn't want the tambourine, the hi-hats on. So we're gonna scroll over to part 3, and we're going to go ahead and turn that off. And we're going to actually go ahead and save that the way it is right now. I think that'll save that memory. We don't want the hi-hats on. We already established that. I just kind of needed to redo what I thought I had already done. And let's see. So let's go. And again, the rhythm track for this is going to be, we're just going to go ahead and record the bass live onto track 1. And just kind of like leave it at that, in which case I'm going to turn that off, put the tambourine back in, and try to record the tambourine into this track 1 here also. So here goes. Track 1. And I'll kind of sing along the part here again. Make sure the rhythm button is on so we actually hear. And I'll sing what'll be the bass part, kind of. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. We're gonna keep that part. We're gonna save that. We're gonna write that. Write it. And now we're gonna because we don't have a hi-hat part, and I wanted to replace the hi-hat part. We are going to go ahead and go back into that. I don't have a. I'm going to dub this part in. I'm going to start the tambourine just a little bit late because it doesn't allow me to just kind of push the way it's set up to push record, right? So I'm going to just kind of have it spill back over into one, if you know what I mean, and just kind of add a little bit, add it in that way. So here goes this. Play through that again. That might have been operator. Let's see it again because I don't think I'm pretty sure I recorded this right. Yeah, let's try it. Yeah. Let's see. Try it again. Try it. Let's. That's not bad. All right, that's good. So we'll save that. That's good. That's kind of what track A is going to sound like. So we're going to go over under the right section here. We're going to hit exit and enter together and push right. And then it's going to say right 15, memory 15. You have to push it again to write what you had. And at this point, because I've already written it, there's no undoing track 1 here. So we're going to do track 2. And I want to make sure that I made this. Did I make this? Yeah, it's on single mode. And the memory, all the suggested things that I've seen elsewhere, the loop sync is off, tempo sync is going to be off. And I'm going to check the controls again. Control rhythm control is pedal 1 function. No, current record play. No, we want that current record play stop. Pedal 2 function to be current record play stop current, and pedal 3 to just be all stop, which it is. So I should be able to just click on pedal 2. Okay, that seems to work. And I'm going to go ahead and record this other bass part. Wow. Yeah, don't record that guitar. And it and Jim. You. Yeah. And it's a good thing I stopped because I don't want to be singing that while I'm recording this. Jeepers. All right. I didn't have the memory turned on. Or the on-off button turned on for the memory. So let's go ahead. I have to kind of take this off so I can record and sing along with it. A tip is to you, Mrs. Robinson. Love you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. And then I would kick and then we'll go back in. So I think that's good. And here's to, I'm going to sing along with it as I record this bass part. And here's to you. Jump my tempo back up to 92. Not right at all. Oh, that's because I'm on track 2 and I didn't write any kind of anything for track 2. All right. And here's it. Okay. I got it kind of in that mode here. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa. And bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. All right, so it sounds like I've got that on track 2 now. I'm going to go ahead and save this shit. Stuff. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and save all this. I want to make sure when I hit track 2. And it's not switching my tracks. And I don't understand why it's not switching. Turn that off. Yeah, that's right. So I think I'm okay. And I'm going to go ahead and plug the microphone back in. And I'm going to add a little bit more of an active kind of tambourine part. So now I have two acceptable parts here that I can go ahead and then I'm going to thrill you guys by playing through my my version here. So, but we're going to go ahead and record some tambourine and overdub that in. And here goes. Little rehearsal. Yeah, that was rehearsal. And so we're going to go ahead and hit record for this part now. It's going to overdub, so it's going to take a minute, and I'm just going to kind of just play through it as best I can to kind of get it through the whole part here. All right, so I should have both parts on there. I'm going to go ahead and record and just kind of do a playthrough here, and hopefully that will be. And I'm not going to. So that whole process. That whole process took me all of 40 minutes. Not too bad for programming a backing track. What I was doing before was kind of copying over like kind of karaoke tracks, and for lots of reasons, I'm not going to do that anymore. I can talk more a little bit about that if anybody's interested. But let's go ahead and see what we can do with this here now. I got that delay, whatever. I'm not sure I'm going to keep that delay on, but we're just going to try to practice this song now and see how it goes. You know what? Something's not right, and I'm just going to trying to figure out why it's not. For the sake of argument right now, even though that's not the place that I'm gonna keep it. Let's see. Memory. Yeah. Let me see. Memory menu. We're going to go to menu. That's not it. Yeah, that's not what we want. Something's not. Memory. Oh, I believe it's over here. One shots off, levels on. And we're kind of go through a bunch of options. Oh, the measures. Stop to start immediate measure. And there's something. Let me see here. Yeah. Anybody's kind of nobody's watching right now to kind of reach out to and say, help me, help me. This should not matter at all. I'm trying to figure out why when I step on, I've done this before and I've done this with other tracks and I still cannot figure out why. That's not there. Track is effects level. Start is immediate. Stop is immediate. Measure. It's stuck on 16. I think that is kind of might be input output. Auto, loop length auto. I'm in. I'm pretty, that might be it. Record. Record as loop length. We're going to go record. Record. And loop length is auto. Okay, well, let's try that and see. Sometimes, no, absolutely not right. Remember, we can get rid of all this stuff. And I just dropped my guitar pick. What else? What else can we do here? And this should be fine. Anyway, I should not have to do this, but there is a way to kind of make a workaround. I'm changing the pedal 3 function. Anyway, what I could do, I don't think I'm actually going to do it. I know there's a way to figure out. I can make that track select. Let's see if that does it any now. The reason I don't want to do it that way is because the way I want to do it is kind of just be able to click on track 1, play track 1, click on track 2, play track 1, and without having to go track select. But I guess that's a workaround for right now. Because then what I'll have to do is just go over to track select, then back over to track 2, which is going to make things very clumsy. But let's see if this works the way this is. Got to remember how I lead this up. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, 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 hey. Anyway, it's kind of doing what I wanted to do now, and Thank you guys for popping in. Whoever popped in, even though everybody's listening, I'm going to probably end up just deleting this track anyway, just because I can't get us to do what I wanted to do in the final stretches of shit. And now it's 8 minutes after, and I need to call my kid